Hello, my Legion. Welcome to part 65 of the Elves of Lórien 3rd Age Let's Play. We continue where we left off, and following my High Council, you guys' suggestions, I am going to be sailing out from Amon Lanc, previously known as Dol Guldur, against the forces of Mordor. And here we go. Because otherwise the combined attrition and potentially that army coming back to face us could cause a lot of trouble. If that other army then comes and attacks us again, then we might be alright. Oh, actually, and for some reason, the other army is not coming into this battle. Not sure why. But I am not going to complain about that at all. It means I've only got mountain trolls to really worry about in this, and I can just focus a lot of elven fire at them from the start. Fight this battle on the map. Away we go. Now, some of the, I guess, fox-like hearing among you may have heard me mention hello my Legion at the start of this video. A while back, actually quite a few weeks back, I asked you guys to vote what you would like me to kind of call you. Pride or Legion, and it's been something that I've been looking at for quite some time now. And I wanted to obviously choose the most suitable one, and the one that I felt worked and suited my channel best. And I've gone for Legion. That was the most voted answer, or choice rather. If only I could have the ballista outside, that would be awesome. I'd have the ballista up here, but I don't think it will because of the pathfinding. So we may have to move out with the ballista, and it doesn't seem like the ballista wants to move. Let's move the ballista back here. But yes, so I will be calling you guys my Legion. Now I know some people are like, oh, isn't that like the kind of stuff and the anonymous group as such. The thing is, there's always going to be another guy using that same name, or so you can't win all the time, unfortunately. But hopefully we can start spreading Legion around as a thing, closely associated rather with me, Lionheart, and my channel, and well, most importantly, you guys, my viewers. That is the key question here. That is the key importance. It's for you guys. Please get up on the walls. My generals up on the walls. Start firing from there. Spears. Plenty of them, which is good. So yes, another reason I should say why you're called Legion now, or why I've chosen that as well. Mainly because obviously it won on the votes, but also, for many years, I've had a Steam group called Lionheart's Legion, which I highly recommend you go and join if you want to be able to contact me easily on Steam, because my Steam's list is often filled up. And are they actually going to move forward? They actually are! That's awesome. Okay, in that case, I'm putting more elves up on the walls. Mainly Galadrim. Just not put them there because they won't be able to see. But yes, I've had Lionheart's Legion for ages. I've done a few community events as such with with the Legion. Most notably Mountain Blade, Full Invasion, and all that jazz. So yeah, that's how I'll be kind of referring to you guys from now on, my Legion. Which I really like. I really liked both, to be honest. So all kind of my branding and things like that will be focusing on calling you guys my Legion from now on. Focusing on you guys at the Steam group, and they're not coming to attack me, they're pulling back. The bloody pansies and wusses. Right, so we're going to push out. That's fine, we've got a hill anyway. That's why I will bring the ballista up. Outside. Around about there, and then I'm going to place all my archers here. Spears in front of them. Thankfully there's a nice ridge protecting our flank there. Spears there and swords behind. And then we need to give them a single line movement. And finally my elven generals over here. And then we're going to hit the oh so lovely 6x speed button. Now the enemy may come back up towards us. It sometimes does this. We should be fine though. But yes, my Legion. I really do like the name. I'm really pleased to kind of have a... The thing is, you kind of just, at the end of the day, just need to choose a name and go with it. But yes, there may be, need to bring in a another term for something, and that will probably be Pride at some point. So if you feel there's a need to include Pride somewhere on my channel for some term or another, let me know. But yes, Legion, I like it because, as I said, it works with the current branding I already have with Lionheart's Legion and what have you, so I think that suits rather well. We're moving down here, and my archers are actually able to fire because their range is absolutely bloody insane. Oh, and the trolls are running through. I was like, why is everyone like screaming? I'm just looking for wherever these guys are actually firing. Apparently you guys are firing, but you're not. Let's just turn these guys off skirmish mode. So we're going to have to push further down with the archers. The ballistas are obviously firing. I'd have thought. No, they're not in place yet. Okay, so the enemy's formed up completely down here. We're going to keep on pushing down the hill. We're going to probably just come up to where their siege equipment is currently. That means we don't get that protection on the flanks anymore, which does suck a smidge. As you can see, I'm actually leaving space on the flanks, and don't worry, that will be picked up by my sword units. I'm going to run down with my sword units and spear units, let my archers walk on down. Get my generals to come on down too. Right at the back there. Ballistas, I think they can probably fire from up here. So that is the case. We are going to aim, well, actually just give them the attack command of firing on the mountain trolls. So yeah, this episode probably will just be focused on killing these armies here, but part 66 will be obviously back to the campaign. And people are asking me, like, when are you going to do a 1 hour special, things like that. For all my current Let's Plays, you know, my 3 Rome ones, Sparta, Iceni, and Rome, they are all getting toward, they're in the 60s. So I'm saying as like a blanket thing across my whole channel, when each part gets to part 70, part 70 will be a 1 hour special for each series, and this includes the Third Age series as well. Archers are beginning to be able to fire, I think. Why are you guys not moving? Also, why are you... So why aren't you firing? Pretty sure I should have included all of you in that move order. You know, just saying. Come on, guys. For some reason you glitched out and brought up your swords. That's okay. Get moving. Ballista is still moving forward to try and hit the mountain trolls, and we have the enemy army coming toward us. But there we go. And, yeah, right. Let's get these guys ready. I'm not going to put them in spear wall or anything like that. Actually, we could. I lie. I'm going to put them exactly into what I just said I wouldn't do. Spear wall! And yes, the infantry are going to form up on the flanks here. In fact, they're going to need to do more than that now, because putting these guys into spear wall, while absolutely awesome, does mean they don't cover anywhere near as much area. And same over here, we're going to just flank on around over there. So let's get these guys over here. Oh, and it sounds like the ballista is firing as well. Can we pick ourselves off a mountain troll? We're already rather nicely destroying the forces as they march up the hill towards my elven troops. Okay, the archers going all over the place. This one guy just chilling out over there. That's awesome. Well done, dude. Fire, 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 archers. Why are you guys... Oh no, you are firing. Good. I thought you'd all glitched out with swords then. I was worried. Because you guys are absolutely awesome, my Galadrim archers. And we're destroying the orc bands as they march on up. They try and march on up. And the way we've got this set as well, with the height on the hill, they should be able to fire over quite nicely even when the enemy is engaged. Yeah, my General Sindar archers firing quite happily at the back as well. And yes, you guys were quite amazed in that last part, part 64, where I managed to pull off quite the miraculous victory by using my generals. And some of you were sort of saying, you know, how OP they were, but let's remember they were both full gold chevron generals. So they have a fair bit of weight to them, plus they are like the elite units. This is, you know, plus then again, elves are OP, but they can be killed. you know, Mordor here would need to move just far faster, spread on out, flank on round, and they could do it. And obviously use those trolls. But yes. So the combination of the ballista plus a couple of my units specifically targeting the mountain trolls will have them down, but they're not too much of a threat. They haven't come charging through our ranks. That's how far the ballista came down. Just wondering how far that took. So we're trying to break these guys up here, and we're just going to flank on around with these guys so we can obviously get some good flanking motion going on. Thankfully the enemy is heading straight towards my my spear walls and all that jazz. Just watching these mountain trolls, and I'm going to task these two units over here, one gold chevron Archers of Lórien and one gold chevron Galadrim archers to fire on these guys. With that next volley, we should see these guys going down rather quickly. Okay, Galadrim swords, get in there as well. Charge in with these dudes. They're obviously going to knock my Galadrim. Oh, it's not Galadrim swords, it's Sylvan volunteers. Still get stuck in. Thankfully, we will probably get that done. This goes down. I'm going to get the ballista just to move on up here. They have got gold chevron veterancy though. But yeah, the mountain trolls, excuse me, are going down very quickly now. As are my volunteers, but that's another thing. Okay, we charged a little bit early, a bit prematurely, but it's fine. We'll charge on in there. Lórien infantry should be able to do a nice job in the middle. Archers firing away, plenty of damage. Lots of dudes routing all over the place. So in fact, I'm probably going to send my spears to get stuck in as well, because you know what? Why not? And let's get these guys going offensively. Let's go offensive for once. In fact, let's send these guys down this way to help out kill the Orc Raiders. And yeah, these Orc Raiders that come up to try and get some easy kills against the Sylvan Volunteers. Now that the Mountain Trolls, there's just 2 of them left. They are going to be destroyed as well by my archers, hopefully. Archers, come on, keep firing over here. Generals, bodyguards, if we could have you firing on these guys over here, that'd be amazing. Yep, so they've killed 4% of my forces and we've killed 58% of theirs, which is that 3,000 strong force, so that's brilliant. So let's kill these guys down here. Head on over there, flanking. Kill these guys, Get in their spears, go nuts. The Galadrim swordsmen, they're going to do a smashing job. It's just these guys that have been held up a little bit. Get all these archers to help them out. Just that one flank, that one side that is having a wee bit of trouble. We'll get all these guys to focus over on that side if we can, but they are going to fire at will, fire on the nearest unit to them. But you can just see Orc carpets are most certainly for sale, and I have a t-shirt update for you guys in my latest Hear Me Roar vlog, which should have gone up before this. So, oh, they're dead. They did. So yeah, make sure you check that out for t-shirt information. Status update on my Indiegogo campaign as well. Okay, and this didn't go on anywhere near as long as I thought it probably would, so that's good. So we can chase these guys down a little bit. And we'll get some campaign map action going on too. Fortunately, obviously no cavalry, but we are just going to fast forward because the archers probably are going to kill a fair few of the enemy, possibly some of my own troops at the same time as well. But we'll let them get stuck in. Bless them. Let's get these guys to actually turn around and hit these guys. There we go. We'll get some of the units rather than none. Down we go, down we go, down we go. Same idea over here as well. Catch these guys on the way back. And we can see, yeah, they've just been absolutely destroyed on the battlefield today. But yes, I have lots of updates in that vlog, so definitely go check that out. That would be lovely. Absolutely lovely. And so it isn't as boring as some of my vlogs. I'm kind of instigating the new method that I sort of have, which is a bit of gameplay in the background. And if you want to find out what game I'm actually playing for the latest Hear Me Roar, then you'll have to just go check it out, basically. So we have the main tide of enemies that actually are managing to escape, which is 9% of them running off the map this way. Last time I managed to get probably a few more kills there, but I think the final ones have all run off the map, bar, where is it, a few over here. See if we can catch them. I don't know. Yeah, we're going to get them because they're all trying to leave by the same bit. So let's go normal speed for this. Watch these guys take him down. Oh no, they're turning around and running. No. No, 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 no. Fast forward. Are we going to catch him? Are we going to catch him? Just a little bit. No. Okay, I'm gonna exit the battle there. Yes. Clear victory. We lost 84 men and we killed, well, enemies killed. We killed 2,385. So the fact they lost. Oh, and we've captured the rest. I forget about that. But obviously the captors will be killed, so we might as well say we killed them all anyway. So yes, 3,002 losses the enemy sustains. They have 287 remaining. That's ruddy good, if you ask me. I am not going to complain about that at all. So yeah, it's good. Right, execute, because obviously we don't want to ransom them back to Mordor and let them have that army back. And we're going to push out against these guys actually and continue attacking them. This Olog-hai and mountain trolls in this army. But we're just going to push straight back on out and attack this army now. And we're going to fight another battle. So there you go. This is why I said this part is most likely going to be lots of battles, which is good. But focused on one very specific point. And as I said, those of you looking for 1 hour specials will be in 5 more parts time. Will be an hour special, part 70. And that'll be across all my Let's Plays as well when they reach part 70. Part 70 is the magic number. So we're going to have ballistas up here. May need to push that forward a little bit. Let's get all my archers together. Not my generals though, I want to keep them separate because it's always used to all having a bit of a split in the archers, although I do like creating one big long line of them. But yeah, it's always used to have a little bit of a split because then I can, you know, task some to focus on different areas and what have you, which is always good. Right. Had to stifle a yawn then. It's like mid-afternoon, but it's suddenly been warmer the last few days, and I'm like just having that kind of dozy feeling of like, yeah, I could quite happily go for a nap. So maybe while this is rendering, I might set myself like an alarm and have a 30-minute nap. Just because I can. Why not? Where's the weirdest place you guys have ever gone for a nap, or like had a nap? Perhaps like the most inappropriate place. I once fell asleep right at the front of my lecture hall in my first year. And it was the mandatory module which everyone kind of hated in history because it was the most boring one, basically. Apologies if there's any history tutors watching or something like that, but yeah, you know what I mean, to be honest. It's the mandatory one. I'm sure you probably appreciate that students, you know, they're going to have a hard time with that one at the best of times, especially when you're looking at, I don't know, the historical positioning of houses or something like that. It wasn't the most thrilling of topics. In fact, the project I actually did on it in the end, actually, I did rather enjoy, but yeah, fire at will, but actually no, not fire at will. Task them on those guys. Actually no, task them on the Olog-hai, which is going to be the main issue here. And I hate that we're all in a forest here because it means it's difficult to see what I'm doing. I have to hope hopefully I can block them up with spears. Oh, who's firing with bloody fire arrows on? They're not gonna help at all. But we did actually burn a lot of people, so that's okay. But yes, I was in this lecture right at the front, and I was just so tired. I don't think I'd been out drinking the night before, which, you know, that could have been quite a plausible thing. But no, I don't think I'd been drinking the night before. I just think I was quite tired. I think it might have been the last lecture of the week or something like that, and I just really wanted it for it to be over, so I could go home, go back to my house, and just sleep. You know, just get lots and lots of sleep going. Okay, and I'm going to move all my units down here. But yeah, so I dozed off, and you know, obviously all my friends were sitting around me, and obviously my friends chose to do the most appropriate thing there, which, you know, most of you are probably thinking, oh, okay, they just gave you a nudge and you woke up, you know, every time you quickly dozed off, and it was fine. No, they let me sleep for about 5 minutes, which, of course, in that time, my teacher then noticed, because I don't know if this part of the story is true, but this is what my friends say. I'm quite the snorer, which my girlfriend will attest to. Yeah, I can quite happily, and I'm a deep sleeper as well. So once I go, I'm gone. So yeah, for about 5 minutes, I don't know if I was snoring or what, but apparently during the whole time, the lecture kind of didn't exactly continue on, and the lecturer just looked at me and just stared at me horrifically for like minutes, apparently there's loads of awkward silence and everything. I had no idea this was going on because I was fast asleep. And then apparently, yeah, 5 minutes later, I got a huge kick under my chair, and I suddenly woke up with a like a start. Nobody's making a sound. I wake up looking at my lecturer, who's staring at me, and look of death on her face, of which she could like just suddenly go berserk and rip my face off or something like that, and just kill me. So the only thing I could do, which was we were meant to be examining like this A3 spreadsheet of documents. I believe in going through and just working through that source work and then kind of reporting back in class sort of thing. And I just remember grabbing the source sheet from my lap and just slowly, without like breaking eye contact, just slowly bringing up the source sheet just in front of my face until it just got in front of my eyes, and only then could I bring my whole face down and my eyes down with the source sheet, and then I just had my head down, looking into my lap, looking into the source sheet for the rest of the lecture. Just not wanting to look up, and when that class bell went at the end, I literally just got out of there so quickly with a huge huddle of people. I was like, I'm just going to escape. The worst thing was I had to submit an assignment at the end of that, like the next week or whatever it was, to this particular lecturer, and then I remember I got an email saying please come in for a tutorial, because often lecturers wouldn't just kind of put your work back in the office to collect. You actually had to go to the tutor and have a tutorial, so like talk about how the work went and everything like that, and get some feedback, which is obviously a good thing, but sometimes, to be honest, when you know you've done badly, you don't want to go for a tutorial. So I always preferred it when lecturers just left essays in the office, so you could go and just collect it there. But to be honest, I wasn't worried about this assignment. I thought I'd done okay, and I went in there, and I'd actually had the misfortune of literally handing it in dead on 3:30 when the office closed. So I had to put it in this kind of there's like a post box that you put your assignments in if they were late or if the office was closed, and I put it in dead on 3:30, and I signed the time 3:30. Yeah, she gave me this essay back. She didn't say anything when I went in. I just went in, sort of said my name, and she had this essay, and she said, I've given you an 84, which is like a really high mark. And I was like, okay. To be honest, everyone got a really high mark on this particular assignment, because it was kind of the mandatory one everyone did, and it was like you just had to copy stuff over. It was like copying some historical documents and showing that you could work with documents or something like that. But yeah, I had handed it in dead on when the office closed, and no one was in the office, so I had to put it in the late box. But in my defence, it was technically there, just at the bare limit of what on time would be. And she'd circled in big red letters at the top, late, and she went, why was this late? And I was just like, I handed it in dead on 3:30. The office had already closed, so I put it in the late box because I didn't want to not hand it in. And she went, well, this time I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, and not mark you down for it, or not cap you. You normally get capped at 40 marks otherwise. And she went, it's not like you fell asleep in my class or anything. Handed me the paper, and then and did ask me to leave. And I was just like, oh god, she knows who I am. I thought I'd got through the whole thing without her realising it was me. And yeah. So yeah, that's my most awkward kind of falling asleep nap story. As you can see, while I've been telling that, I haven't really been focusing on what's going on, and the Olog-hai and the mountain trolls have attacked. The Olog-hai, one of them's gone down. The mountain trolls, we're getting rid of them far faster. My archers are doing a grand old job there. We're going to start flanking around with the infantry over here, because the infantry's already heavily engaged over here, taking down the mountain trolls. Mountain trolls are going down though, which is good. I'm just going to get my archers there, take them down, and I don't think I didn't bring my generals down, which was silly of me. Let's bring my generals down very, very quickly. Charge on in the flank here with the Galadrim swords, which is good. Thankfully my spearmen will be holding, which is just the Galadrim guards, which are getting pounded by the Olog-hai, who are still, they've only lost one guy. Sorry Galadrim guard, you will get full replenishment when this is done. Trying to commit to killing the trolls here rather than the infantry, just because I know how destructive those trolls will be, and I know my archers can deal with these guys. To be honest, I've got more than enough archers to just attack with my archers. And unfortunately, my ballista will not fire at those trolls at this close range. What about over here? Will they attack there? I probably need to move my Galadrim out the way. But we'll see whether they're actually going to attack. No, they're not. They're not going to attack at all. We're going to pull the ballista back a smidge. Thankfully, my generals have got here, and we're going to target them off fire at will and just firing on the Olog-hai. They've lost another one since we last looked at them. And over here, the trolls are still alive somehow. So actually, I'm going to task the archers over here to actually fire on these guys. I don't know, why are you guys firing flaming arrows? Stop it, stop it, stop it. So we get the archers tasked over there now, because one mountain troll left now. We should be okay. Actually, I'm going to get this one unit of archers though firing over here against the Uruk raiders, because I now need to save what's left of my Galadrim guard, which is not looking good. Across the rest of the line, the horde is in the middle. We'll turn to them in a moment, because I've got most of my archers all tasked on bringing down the Olog-hai over here, which just have huge amounts of hit points. But thankfully they will eventually be going down, then we can turn on the infantry. And that mountain troll will not go down. Like, full credit to him. He's really going for it. He is not giving it. Yeah, he's gone down. And we've broken these guys at the same time. Nicely done. It's just in case these archers were firing at something different. Oh, that all went down. We've got a few of them in one go there. Oh, another one, yep. Good, 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 good. Yeah, Galadrim Guard, go in here. In fact, this one unit of Galadrim Guard that's still alive, run, run, run away. If you can. Avoid the friendly fire that is hitting you. There's just 2 Olog-hai left. Run, dude, run. Run for freedom. No, you're being hit by friendly fire.
If we continue like this, we will smash.
Oh, that's another one down. Okay, they're all dead. Okay, so we're going to toggle friendly fire on and off. And that should, normally get these guys to retarget someone. But okay, no. They need some manual targeting. So let's focus on them there. How many have I lost? I've lost 23%. Yes, that's fair. The Olog-hai again, making that huge amount of difference. Let's get my archers, or my general rather, focusing on in here. Thankfully the Galadrim Guard doing a stellar job over here. We're fighting up and over most of these guys, which is good. Oh, there we go. Oh, we've captured him. Sweet, he can die. Oh, and we're going to continue for a little bit, but we will whack it on the old fast forward. They've now suddenly broken. Actually, don't chase after them, because my archers probably will just do that. We'll bring them all down on their own. Go, guys, go. The archers should still be firing yet. Trimming these guys down quite nicely should send them some back. 90% of them killed. That's cool. I'm happy with that kill rate. Gonna say, it's just run everyone forward, all my archers forward here. Probably can kill a few more. No, they're not going to be able to, because they're all going to be out of range. Except for that one unit over here, Galadrim. It's got there in time, but they're just getting there as they all flee. But yes, resounding victory. And we've managed to push them back from Amon Lanc, and we've lost 301. So total, we've lost just under 400 in those 2 battles there, and absolutely destroyed Mordor's force. So even if that other army comes on down, we've still got enough. I'm still confident in the ability of my elves to push them back. But, my legion, that is all we have time for today, so please regale me with tales of when you accidentally fell asleep, or the most inappropriate time you've ever had a nap, or something like that, or where, when, what, why, how. Yes, do tell. Execute, and that is where we're going to wrap up this part for now. Do check out my vlog, update on my Indiegogo campaign, which I'm absolutely thrilled with the amount of support you guys have thrown at that. That's absolutely brilliant. I will see you all again soon. Ciao for now.